Okay, so here's our Ford Explorer, and it's having yet another problem. Put the key in there and try to turn it over, and it's not even attempting the turnover. Oh. I don't know what's going on. I don't know, it's been sitting for a little while. And it looks like it sure has oil in it, right? But it's not turning over at all. I don't know why. It doesn't even attempt to turn over. Very strange. It was working last time I tried to start it. Okay, so I just wanted to see what the battery is doing when I'm trying to start it, so I hooked up some clip leads to a battery here, or to a voltmeter, and let's see if you can see that. So I got a voltmeter on the front of my hood up here, and let's put the key in here. Oh, wrong key. Oh gosh. Okay. And we'll try turning it over. And it looks like the voltage is dropping when I try to turn it on. Maybe the battery is... Seems like it should be about 13 volts. So maybe the voltage is not high enough. Maybe the battery's shot. I can't turn it over. Now the radio turns on, right? Turn this thing on. Well, let me put the key back in. The radio is on. It's getting power. These things all come up. Okay. It seems like the battery voltage is dropping a lot, so maybe the problem. Okay, so I have my other car here with jumper cables hooked up to the battery, and the voltage on the battery is now 13.44 volts. And it still seems to... It's not even going up now. Huh. That's interesting. Okay, I don't know. Okay, so I just took the battery out, took it down to the local auto parts store and tested the amperage, and it has about 700 amps cold start, and so it should be good. I charged it up because it went down, and I guess the battery's good enough to start a semi. So okay, so here's our Ford Explorer, the front of it, and here's the relay box. And I just swapped these two relays because I think the internet's telling me that this one is the starter relay. And so if this other relay, assuming they both didn't fail at the same time, usually only one thing fails at a time, hopefully. The swapping the relays should fix the problem, but it didn't. It's still not starting. All the needles are going up, but it is not even turning over, or attempting the turnover. Okay, we have our new starter here, and let's go ahead and put it into the Ford Explorer and see if it fixes the problem. Okay, moment of truth. Here we go. Really? It's still not starting. thought that would surely fix it, huh? Oh, this is annoying. Okay, we're recording. I'm right up next against the thing, and we'll try starting it and see if you hear any sounds. Okay, starting. Okay, starting. Okay, so I think the next thing I'm going to do is check to see if the engine is seized up. I have a ratchet, and I'm probably going to turn it clockwise because there's a bolt on the end and you don't want to undo that bolt. I'm going to put this over the crankshaft. I believe this is a 13/16. I fit this earlier, so I believe that's the right size. And let me go under here. So here's our car. And we'll just go down under here, like so. Up underneath and see right there. Let me turn on the light here. Right there. Ugh. There is our crankshaft here, and I had to put an extender because the bolt is way up inside. And let me see. I can get this in here now with this extender on here. So here's our ratchet. I got a ratchet. I'll try sticking it in that hole. Oh, don't tell me the extender's too long now. And I am not able to turn this thing at all. Let me try to budge it. Okay. Okay, anyway, looks like okay, it definitely seems like it doesn't want to turn at all. So it should be able to turn it a little bit if the engine was not seized up. Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, so it seems like the engine has seized on our Ford Explorer here. I'm not able to turn the crankshaft at all. It's completely solid. And so I think what I'm going to do, first thing is, here's our spark plugs on this side. I'm going to label them with a Sharpie marker. Here we go, I got a super Sharpie. And I'm just going to take all of these off. I'll label this as M. I'll label this one as back, B. And when I get the other one, I'll label that as F, I guess, for front. I'm just going to pull these and pull out the spark plugs. And I'll try to get the ones on the other side. The other side, I remember I tried to change these. I don't think I ever managed to get the other ones out because they are very difficult to get out, but these are a lot easier. So I'm going to pull these first, do the easiest thing first, and I'll see what I can do about the other side. Okay. You want to be careful not to wreck the cables also when you're pulling them off. Okay. This last one kind of, there we go. Okay, so the spark plugs should be down in those holes. Actually, let me turn the torch on. That's what they call it on this phone, the torch. Actually, I lost track. Oh, see, they're under there. They're kind of hard to see. Okay, so I got my ratchet with an extender, so we'll try to pull these guys out and get that part done. Okay. Okay, again, here I got a couple extenders, and this is a, oh, yeah, okay, that's a 3/8 ratchet. And the socket size is, let's say I saw it there, 5/8. 5/8 for the socket size, or I guess you call it that, the hex side, and 3/8 for the side that fits on the ratchet. Just because I have a 3/8 ratchet. You have a different size. You have a different size ratchet, then I guess you'd use a different size there. And I might add an extender in there. Let's take a look over here. Okay. Yeah, I think I might need an extender to get down there. Okay, here's our ratchet. And I think I'll try to go for the middle one first. See if I can get in there. Oh, gotta get on the spark plug. They always make these engines so much fun to work on. Okay, I think I got it on there. Is it on there? Maybe I don't. Okay, there's a spark plug, and here's the socket. Okay, and the socket go over the spark plug? I think it did. Oh, let me work on this and see if I can get this out. Okay. Okay, I actually just put the socket on first and then put this extender into it because it was hard to get it seated onto the socket. So, okay. And we have enough room to use this extender on this one. See, everyone's a challenge. This one up here in the front has got a bunch of junk in its way. Well, let's get this guy out first. Okay. Let's take a look here. Okay, there's spark plug number 1. See, these sockets are kind of grab that spark plug so it doesn't fall out. Okay. Let's get the rest of them out. Okay, again, this is the 2002 Ford Explorer SOHC engine. See, the serpentine belt goes like that under that pulley. So it is the 4.0 liter 6-cylinder. Okay. Okay, so I made a makeshift funnel out of some fittings and a rubber hose to try to put some oil into our cylinders down there. Let's see, where are they? Okay. And here we got some oil. And I'd like to get this project going, so basically the idea is you're going to put some oil into the cylinders and then it will lubricate around the cylinders sit inside the block, and if all the oil drains out they're not lubricated, so they'll bind up in there. So maybe you can unbind them by putting some oil on the top and letting it drain down around the cylinder. And so yes, they recommended doing that and letting it sit for a couple days. So let's give that a try. Okay. There we go. I'm feeding the hose, I guess, down into. Let's turn on the light here. Okay. So there we go. And let's just Let's try pouring some oil into this guy. And let's take a look down there. Come on. Okay, looks like the oil's going into the cylinder. Oh, the hose came out. So I've been wiping the end with a rag also here when I get done with each cylinder, because you want to make sure you don't get any dirt inside those cylinders, or it will be bad. You don't want that tolerance is so tight you'll just chew up those cylinders, probably destroy the engine. So don't get dirt in there. Okay, so I think this tensioner belt should probably be loosened up, and so I can turn it better. I don't know if you can see, but there's a little, see, here's a tensioner arm, and there's a tensioner pulley, and there's a little diamond there where you can insert some kind of ratchet to pull it over. And I think my buddy said that there's a way to latch it over. I don't remember how to do that, but I guess you can latch it in place, or I could just unhook the belt from that. And so let me see if I can get a ratchet in there, and we'll try twisting that thing. I forget if that's a 3/8 or a 1/2 inch. I think it's probably 3/8, but maybe it's a 1/2 inch. So I'll try to get a ratchet into that little diamond thing there so I can torque this thing and get the belts off of it. Why do I think, like you said, there's a way to latch it off to the side, but I'm not seeing it right now. Okay. Okay, I wasn't able to get a 1/2 inch on there, but it looks like the looks like the 3/8 fits on there okay. And this thing's got a lot of tension on it. Okay. So I guess we need to release the tension, and maybe I'll unhook the belt from the alternator or something, loosen it up. I've done that before in one of my other videos. Okay, so I'm going to need 2 hands probably to do this, and I'm gonna push down on that really hard so it loosens up the belt here. Wow. And I like to get that belt loosened before I start trying to turn the crankshaft under here. That belt goes around that crankshaft. Okay, so there we go. I got the belt off of there, so it should be loose on the crankshaft down below. Got to press down on that lever arm really hard. Oh, let's get the light back on here. Okay. And so I just unlooped it from up here. And I think I dropped my wrench when I was doing that, so I'm going to have to find that. Okay, again, that was a 3/8 inch ratchet I was able to do that with. Okay, I got some tools here to try to help break that free, and I'm going to try to latch onto the nut. I think it was a 13/16 ratchet, and you need a deep socket because it goes way inside. I have a breaker bar here, and I have a ratchet, which has got less torque. Might try with a ratchet. I really don't want to twist off the bolt, and people are recommending turning it clockwise because if you turn it counterclockwise, it might undo the bolt. So I think I'm going to get the ratchet on there first, and then try the position, or the socket on the bolt first, then try the position either either this guy or that guy to break it free. And I have something else I'm going to try a little bit later, maybe, if this doesn't work. Okay, here we go. Go on. Oh my gosh. Okay, again. I loosened up the belts already. And we have our 13/16 socket here. I'll try to stick it in here, make sure it fits on the bolt. It seems like it's a little bit loose. Maybe I'll fiddle around with some other sockets until maybe this is too big. I don't want to put too big of a one on there. And again, I use the 6-point star ones because they're less likely to strip off your bolts. Okay. Let's try a different one. Okay, so I guess that was too big. I got a 3/4 inch on there, and that seems to be pretty snug. Where's that mist coming from? Anyway, I'm going to try to get my ratchet. Doesn't seem like there's a lot of room in there. I use the short one. It's not going to reach. If I use the long one, it looks like it's going to be pressed for room. See if I can get the ratchet on there and see if I can twist this thing at all. And if not, I got a strap wrench coming, and might be able to twist it around the pulley, and I can put a lot more torque without worrying about breaking off the bolt. Okay. Okay, so now I got that ratchet on there. Well, looks like I'm able to turn. Oh, looks like it's turning. Look at that. So I had the oil, I put the oil in the cylinders. That's making a gurgling sound up there now. And I'm able to turn it with a ratchet. Oh, very cool. Oh, look at that. Oil is dripping out from all the cylinders. It's forcing the oil out. Oh, gosh. So I guess, hopefully this solved the problem. Oh gosh, that'd be so great. Okay, just out of curiosity, let me see if this thing will turn over now. Okay, here is our, okay, well, it looks like it is turning it over. Okay, so I got 6 new spark plugs. Oh gosh. And there's the box, SP500. Okay. Platinum electrodes. So let's put her in, I guess. Put them in. Okay, so here's our box. And get out our spark plug here. And let's see, where's our wrench thing? Okay, so we want to stick it in like that. And we'll just find the hole and stick it in down there. Let me see if I can do this. Oh, I'm going to push it a little bit farther so it holds it in there. I don't want it to fall out. And get down in here. Okay. And we'll get this thing started. And then I'll put the ratchet on it and tighten it up. Oh, come on. Should be it. Guess you gotta get it just right. Let me fiddle with this for a second. Okay, there we go. We got our first one in. There, let's get the rest of them in. Okay. Okay, so we got all of our spark plugs back in. And last but not least, you want to put the, remember we labeled these, the connectors back onto the spark plugs. Okay. Whoops. Get the connector back on there. Okay. We'll get them all back on. Try her out. Okay, so we just got through putting and recharging the battery. Took it home, recharged it, put it back in, and let's give her a test. Okay. See if our fix the problem. Okay. Oh, look at that! Oh my God! It's probably because I put a bunch of oil inside of the cylinders, so it's burning that oil. Okay, but the engine is running. Look at that. Very cool. Anyway, looks like we got our engine running. This is Dr. James, and thanks for watching.